All right, so today I'm going to take it back to a more serious topic, and I want to talk about medication, most notably antidepressants and mood stabilizers. Like I always say, this is strictly my point of view from my experience. I can't tell anyone how it's going to affect them, how it would affect their loved ones, that they would have the same experiences that I've had. Okay, so with that being said, the first thing I want to say is I am 110% behind any person who wants to take the medication, who needs to take the medication, and who does take the medication. Okay? My personal experience with the medication has not been a good story to tell, but I'm going to tell it to you anyway because I think it's important. In 1996-97, when I was first diagnosed, I was diagnosed manic depressive. I was diagnosed back before it was bipolar disorder. When I was diagnosed, it was the time of Prozac. Prozac was the big thing. They put me on Zoloft first, which was a lesser, more mild antidepressant. Once I started taking the Zoloft a little bit, kind of gave me a little euphoric feeling in the head, so I took more Zoloft because I'm an addict. Okay, at 16 I was popping mini thins, somas, anything I get my hands on. Okay, pills were my thing. I love pills. Still to this day I love pills. Okay, that's why I don't take pills. That's why, God forbid, I ever break any bones, because I can't take the medication, because I can't take it responsibly. So yeah, I got the Zoloft. It started working a little bit. I was feeling a little bit better, so I took more. I was taking 10 to 15 Zolofts a day. I don't remember the milligrams. It was a low dosage, but it would give me a nice little high, you know. And once it was noticeably not working, or my pills were disappearing too fast, they switched over to Prozac. Yes, that's right. I was one of those in the 90s taking Prozac. Prozac made me manic. Nothing bothered me. House could be on fire, no big deal. Okay, run over a family, that'd be alright. Didn't bother me. Completely manic. Everything. I was just, well, whatever. So I had to get off the meds. The meds weren't doing what they needed to do. They weren't helping me at all. I needed something different. So I switched to cocaine, which I do not recommend for the depression or any other situation in your life. But that's the route that I went. And for several years, that's where I was. I fell into a deep depression when shortly after I turned 21, and I ended up back at the doctor. I needed help. Now, granted, at this time it's early 2000s. It's 2001, and I get on the medication again. This time it's mood stabilizers and antidepressants. They put me on Depakote and Wellbutrin. The adverse effects that I had were the medication made me psychotic. It did not wire my brain even close to properly. I would spend hours planning elaborate suicide attempts, murders, just all kinds of things that would run through my head, to the point where the last day that I took those medications, I took about 50 pills and nearly died. I spent 2 days in ICU, where they forced me to drink charcoal because the medications attacked my kidneys and my liver, And had I not drank the charcoal to coat my kidneys and my liver, they would have shut down and I would have died a very miserable death. I don't recommend that at all either. The charcoal was terrible. The experience was terrible. The 7 days inside of the psychiatric ward of the hospital was a little better, but it wasn't good. So I will say, don't do it. Now, when I got out of the hospital, they had to reevaluate my medication again. This time I got to take lithium and Paxil. The lithium, I was told right away from the doctor, if I overdose on the lithium, if I take too much, I will die, regardless. There's just no way around it. It's that dangerous. I had to go get my blood levels checked once a month. I'd have to go into I'd have to take off from work, go into the doctor, have them draw blood to make sure that my lithium levels were good, or like I say, it would have caused a lot of problems and most likely death. So, with that, the Paxil and the lithium, I found myself sleeping anywhere between 12 and 14 hours a day. At the time I was going to college, I would go to class, I would go home, I would go to bed, I would get up, I would go to work, I would come home for lunch, I would go to bed, I'd go back to work, I'd get off, I'd come home and I'd go to sleep. That's all I did. I slept and I worked. I didn't have a life. I gained a lot of weight. Now, like I say, these are my experiences. Completely and totally my experiences. I have a hard time with the medication for a couple of reasons, because I'm an addict, and if I get any sense of good feeling, I'm going to want to take a little bit more to get a little better feeling. I've had some really, really negative effects when it comes to the medication. But even with that being said, if it will help you, take the medication. Get on the meds. Do whatever you got to do, because it is a long journey. I'm almost 40, and I can feel my days are numbered. I'm not going to take the medication, and it stems from I had a lot of bad experiences. But from my understanding, from what I've been told, there are a lot of advancements in the medication. And if you're in a place where you can take it, you need to take it, and take it. I'm stubborn. I'm going to do what I want to do, which is foolish. I know it's foolish, but it's my choice. And in the end, it is probably going to be the wrong choice, and I know that. But I'm very much pro whatever you need to do, because I know that my situation, the medication is really the only thing that will help. Because my situation's not that bad. I know it's not that bad, but my brain makes it worse than it is, and it needs to be rewired. But I am afraid to take the medication because I don't know what it's going to do to me. I don't know what parts of me it's going to change. Is it going to change the good parts? Is it going to change the bad parts? Is it going to make me psychotic again? I've got children now. I just can't be psychotic. Is it going to make me manic? I can't do the manic. I can't do the nothing matters. And that's me. That's me personally. And this is a choice that I'm making. There are options out there. Explore those options. Take those options. Talk to your counselor. Talk to a doctor. Talk to a friend that's on medications. If you're on medication and you got a friend that's considering it, be open and be honest about your situation. You know, I keep saying, man, we can't heal ourselves if we can't heal others. So, you know, help these people out. There's people that need you. Don't let the stigma of it being that you're crazy, because you're not crazy. All right, you're not crazy. You just need a little help, man. I know people that are taking all kinds of shit because they're getting old, because they forget, because, man, it's medicine. It's medicine to help you. Doesn't make you crazy. Just means you're a little sick. You got to take your medicine, and, you know, and that's okay. But let's not be ashamed of it. Let's help others so that they can get the help that they need, so that they don't think they're crazy. Okay. Now, that being said, watch your levels, watch your medication, watch your intake, and make sure that the minute you start feeling different or you start feeling weird, whether it's up or down, and let these people know. Let the professionals know so they can continue on that same route and they can help you. As always, thanks for watching.